Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-October 2024, and I'll do the reading for you, and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there's an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Well, let's see, Cancer. All right, the overall energy for the reading, the moon. Water signs. All right, so the moon is exactly what I feel when I do a reading for a water sign, in terms of we're scratching the surface here, but then there's things underneath that are quite intense and we can't see clearly. So that's quite representative of that, in the sense of there may be things that are not obvious right now, or you can't see clearly right now. Starting off the reading, you get the Five of Wands crossed by the Nine of Cups. See, for example, this energy right here would be translated something like, oh, there's conflict. Oh, you're fighting with someone. Oh, you feel good about it. Because that makes sense. No, it doesn't. So I don't think that energy of feels good to anybody. But that's kind of how it's shown up. So I don't know why. We'll just leave it like that for now. We'll clarify it as we go. In your focus, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, you may feel good about the idea of wanting to change that conflict. Like, I don't want this conflict anymore. What can we do to change that? Okay, well, that makes more sense. In the recent past, the King of Wands, very passionate kind of an energy, very fiery energy. You could be dealing with someone quite passionate in a good way, unless, you know, that fire goes out of control. So yeah, I see this as someone tied up to you. In your strength, the Ace of Cups, yeah, you maybe there's been a fight, maybe you disagreed on something, or who knows what, and you just kind of want to, okay, let's work through that, let's move on. You know, it's pointless to hang on to that. Maybe that's all there is to it. Maybe it's bigger, I don't know. In the immediate future, the Six of Pentacles, that's the energy of equal give and take. So yeah, things are looking up little by little. Supporting this reading, the Four of Cups, you're quite upset about where things are at. That's why you could want to change here for the better. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, happiness, the Sun. Happiness is there somewhere. In your hopes and fears, the Page of Wands, you're very open to change, good change, you know, as long as it's good change. You're like, yeah, let's do it. Let's, you know, very cooperative. You're not shutting it down. You're not just, you know what, I'm upset, so fuck off. No, you're like, I'm upset. It sucks. But we could do something to change things around here, you know, for the better. In the potential outcome, the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, things are moving along in a good direction here. Slowly, by the looks of it, but that's okay. Okay, let's clarify. Let me do the moon. The Nine of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles. And then there's always the alternative. If this is something more serious and it just doesn't work out and it's just not good for me, I'll just move on. You know, as I said, when the moon opens up a reading, it's like, okay, this is going to be tricky. Interesting, because there's that alternative. You know, that shows up as an energy, as a potential energy for you to jump with or on. But again, I don't know how deep this situation is, but let's see. Oh, you just put drool on me. For the Five of Wands, you get the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, the Four of Cups. No, I don't think it's one of those. I don't think it's like that. It doesn't show up as being that, you know, it's gotten so bad that I'm out of here. Fuck this shit. Yes, I see you being upset, but I also see how important this is for you to at least try to bring it back into balance, you know? So this for sure doesn't look like an energy of abandoning ship. You do take that into consideration as a possibility, yes. But that's only if things go really, really bad here, you know. Nine of Cups. You get the Seven of Wands, the Fool, the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is a disagreement. I feel like maybe you're not seeing eye to eye on something. Maybe you're planning to, because this has to do with your stability. Maybe you're planning to get a new job or change your schedule or even getting a new house or something. And you're just not seeing eye to eye by the looks of it. You're just not meeting halfway. Well, I want that on the house. Well, I want that. Well, this house doesn't have that, but it has that. But I want my own stuff with... You know how that could go, you know? So I feel like that's where the issue is. You're just not seeing eye to eye on something. And it feels like it's an extended kind of an energy. It's been here for a minute. So maybe when it comes to this common sense of stability, you always kind of bump into a wall or something, you know, whether that wall is small or bigger, depending on what the situation is. For the Wheel of Fortune, in your focus, you get the Judgment card, the King of Pentacles, the Emperor. Who put you in charge? You look like you're in charge here. Well, I get the final say. I don't know. You have this very, I'm in charge. Not in a cocky way, not in a, you know, it's kind of like the energy that's coming through for you at this moment in time. You know, if this is even you, I don't even know. Maybe it's someone you're dealing with here, but definitely someone shows up in a more, they definitely have the final say, you know, kind of an energy. Okay. It's not a bad energy. It's not a bad energy as long as it's, you know, not authoritative and super in control, you know, as long as it's handled properly. What are you chewing? Hold on. My dog has... No, I'm really gonna get drool on me. Ew, I put my hand in his mouth. Don't chew on that. You're supposed to play with it, not chew it. A rope situation, but he's dismantled. Hey, no, this is not for you to chew. You're done. You're done. He keeps on pulling. Oh, you got another one. Hold on. There's another little one. Keeps on pulling on the strings things and he's chewing them. No. Hold on. Open your mouth. Open. You little, look at you being defiant. Where is it? Give me. Where is it? My hand is in his mouth, literally searching. Okay, you dropped it. I don't even fucking know what that is. Maybe you weren't even... What are you chewing on? Did you swallow it? I don't think you swallowed it. Shit. No, he's still... Teenager dogs. Defiant little... Hey! Where is it? No, that's not it. That's just your... jaw. Oh, I found out quite the history about the dog that turned him a little aggressive, in terms of that dog barked at him big time. And from the other side of the street, and then this really like beast came out of him. I'm like, I didn't even know you had that in you. But ever since, he kind of started barking at almost every dog, not all of them. Like, it took the reactivity out of him. So I've been working with someone. He's doing great. But I found out the history of that dog. So it is a pit bull. And he was rescued from dog fights situations. And unfortunately, the guy is well-intended, but I don't think he knows exactly how to handle him, because he definitely, once he sees a dog, not only Blue, and any dog, he goes ballistic. So, yeah, I found out the history this morning, and I'm like, oh. But he's doing way better with not being an asshole to other dogs. Just because you were bullied doesn't mean you have to bully back on others. Bully on me. For the Knight of Wands in the reads, hey, in the recent past. You get the Six of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. This is definitely an energy that's by your side there. It feels they're bringing in a sense of, I don't know, there's a sense of positivity here, or keeping their chin up all the time or something, or they're trying to. And even if something is looking quite tough here, they're kind of really forcing that, hey, you know, let's look at the bright side or something like that. They kind of come in with that kind of an attitude. Of course, this could be you. There's definitely a sense of keeping positive here on whoever this is. Even when times are really not looking great, it's like, no, well, yeah. Even if they don't really believe it, they still bring it on. That kind of an energy. For the Ace of Cups in your strength, you get the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Swords. I mean, I feel like, again, with patience, understanding, and love, this not seeing eye to eye thing can be resolved in time. It's an issue if it does show up all the time, when it's, okay, let's say this is a marriage or something, and you are always hitting this wall when it's about, what are we doing about the couch? What are we doing? You know, like every aspect of what could constitute stability, you know, that has to do with home, job, and things like that. And every time there's a change there, this wall shows up. Then you need to figure out why that is. Why is there a wall there every time, you know, ultimately? But whatever this is, if this is a one-time thing and you have a disagreement on something, it feels like you're making progress in terms of reaching a middle point, you know, a middle ground there. It does feel like it's a very slow process, though, so it might take a while until you kind of get settled into that middle ground. But it does, you know, and it's like, don't lose sight of what you're trying to achieve here. And what you're trying to achieve, from what I can see, is finding that middle ground, you know. Is this chair breaking? I don't know. Let's do the Six of Pentacles in the immediate future, the Three of Cups, the Strength card, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, there's progress here, and there's the acknowledgement of that progress. There's those days that come in following the situation in which you might be like, oh my God, I can't believe we did it. You know, we're finally seeing eye to eye. The thing is about this, I feel like you're kind of falling back on the conflict right after that. So it could be like one day, okay, you feel like, oh, we reached a conclusion, we're good, we're good to go. And then the next day you might be like, you know, I thought about it, and I still don't think it's a great idea that we do this, that, and the. So it might be short-lived, this whole sense of, okay, we're here, we did it, you know, we found the middle ground. So it's kind of a work in progress here by the looks of it, but there's definitely progress. Could show up, especially in those days that it feels good, could show up that you took one step forward, two steps back. The next day it's going to show up like that. It's going to feel like that. But that's not the case. If anything, it's 10 steps forward and one step back. That's the way the energies are shown up. At least, so. If you ever think that, no, we're not making progress here, you actually are. It's just slow progress. Four of Cups for the supportive energies. You get the Empress, the High Priestess, the Death card. Yeah, someone is upset here, and that upsetness might actually close some access to their openness. So if I'm dealing with you and you're upset, and you're keeping yourself in that sense of, okay, I'm upset, but I want to work with you on this so that I'm no longer upset. But if you say that and don't truly do that, and then you hang on to the energy of, oh, fuck, I'm upset. Everything I do or say, it's going to be, well, I'm still upset. I'm still upset about it. That kind of keeps you closed to wanting to work with me, even though you're saying that. You know what I mean? So I don't know who this is. which energy this is. But it's not one that is good to work with in this space that both energies agreed from the get-go to work in, from what I can see. So at some point in time, even though you might say, or me in this you and me situation, I'm upset, but I'm open to work on it. Looking at things all the time as being upset, that's going to close me off. So it's not going to keep me open through the process. So that could be a little bit of an issue down the line. For the sun in the hidden energies, you get the Magician, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. One energy is fully open, like they're in all the way. They're manifesting great, and I feel like that's you. They're open. They're like, yeah, we'll make this work. We'll find a way. We'll find a way for sure. That could be the positive energy in the past there too. Yeah, their direction is just forward, And so is the other energies. It's just that they don't realize that sometimes they block themselves. They look forward, but then they're like, I can't see shit. Where am I? Because they just block themselves with that whole, I'm upset. No. They're not moving. Even if they can see, they're not moving towards that. Page of Wands in your hopes and fears. You get the Hangman, the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands. Yeah, there's a little bit of a hard time with one of the energies here. While the other one is kind of rolling through this, and really the intention is to find a middle ground, this energy has a little more resistance to them. They do want the same thing. They do want to find a middle ground to it. But because they have quite the resistance to them, that's why the process is looking so slow. They're trying though. They're trying their best. But it's stuff from the past, energies from the past that kind of prevent them to look at this conflict in a very different way and approach this conflict in a very different way. Whereas maybe in the past, when they dealt with conflict, they did it in the same way every time. Maybe they walked away completely from the conflict and didn't even try to work on it. Who knows? But that's going to come in as their baggage, and it's not going to help the situation, especially if they commit themselves to do something completely different. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not going to do it ultimately, but it means they might be struggling through it, So again, one energy seems to be a little bit resistant, which is going to make this process still move forward, but a little slower, For the Knight of Pentacles, in the potential outcome, you get the Ace of Swords, the Tower, the Hierophant. That's why you're showing up as being in charge. Because if you're the open one, yeah, you're in charge. You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of them, for sure. You're not sprinting. This is not a race. This is not, I'll get there first and I'll wait for you. No. But from an energetic standpoint, because you're presenting yourself as open, that's what made you in charge. You. And it does feel like at times you might feel like you're actually pulling them over too. Like, okay, come on. Like you're carrying their load too sometimes, which is not necessarily the case. It's just that things are slowed down because of their resistance to move forward. So you're not necessarily carrying their load. You might perceive it in that way, but it's not that. You just have to be, if you want to, you have to be patient through the process, because they will be slower, because they're kind of standing in their own way here, but they're still moving forward through that. It's just more bumpy for them. So, okay. You're heading in that direction of the middle ground, the both of you, for sure. Let's see what the universe has to close it off. The Justice card, the Lovers, the Star. Yeah, as long as that's the intention and that's what you both want in this, and I kind of get the sense that it is, you'll get there at different speeds, but you'll get there. And at times feeling like you're actually carrying their backpack, which you're not. They're carrying it themselves, and it's pretty heavy when it's so resistant. But that's their journey. That's for them to figure out. And hopefully through this, they'll figure out that there's stuff in the way that they need to work with. So, cool. Let's do the Mystical Journey Oracle. I found it. What is this? Yeah, it's from this. You ripped it apart so that you can chew on it. What? Do not talk to me that way. How dare you? That's my sock. One of my socks. I swear to God, if I see a sock flying through on this table, which I wouldn't be surprised, he just put it on there. Fluid. Ah, man. Dogs and cats. From the Mystical Journey Oracle, you get the Divine Being, number 16. Cool. Divination. Never forget that you are a divine being, and the situation you are going through is so you can increase the amount of light for which your soul can hold a space. You may be doing it tough, and it feels so much more real when you are in your human body. You came to this earth to experience so many wonderful things, but oh my God, the punctuation is just throwing me off in this one. You came to this earth to experience so many wonderful things, but with it come the pain and dark emotions that only a human body can provide. You can make a great difference here on earth, but you do need to be in a physical body to be effective. Give yourself the time to grieve a loss, the space to feel your emotions, and the grace to be gentle on yourself. You are going through a season of trial, but on the other side is a lightness of being that could only exist if you have lived through hard times. Keep your spirits up by surrounding yourself with uplifting people, doing the things you love to do, wearing comfortable clothes, and eating nourishing foods. Don't ask too much of yourself at this time. If you feel fear or darkness around you, always look for the light. Turn your mind to kinder and happier thoughts and treat yourself as a precious object. Focus on and remain in your heart center, imagining a beautiful light filling the space. Action. As you repeat this mantra, visualize a gentle and healing blue light filling your body. When I treat myself with gentleness, I make myself stronger. Cool. Now Blue is going to bark because there's some dogs barking outside. And that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.